Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you live to the Sports Time Machine Studios. We're bringing you for the first time a Major League Baseball triple header tonight. As you can see, the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Detroit Tigers, the Rangers and the Red Sox, and then we'll finish with the Indians and Royals. This will finish off April 15th, 1978. So stay tuned, buckle up, and let's play three. Let's go to the field, folks, as here in Exhibition Stadium will be Tom Underwood on the mound for the Blue Jays. 1-0, pitched an incredible first game of the season, only giving up one hit, 9 innings of work, got up 9 hits, one walk, and his only run was a home run. And he'll pitch against the Detroit Tigers today. And on the mound for the Tigers today will be the veteran right-hander Jack Billingham. This is game one of a three-game series in Toronto, and I believe this might be Toronto's home opener. The Tigers come in at 2-4. The Blue Jays come in at a surprising 3-3. Play ball from Toronto. So LaFleur will lead off. He's hitting 269, two homers, four RBIs. Let's see if I decide to play the way it should be and play with the computer. Well, the computer play Detroit. They are the visiting team here. I'll play as the home Blue Jays. And again, not my favorite sometime thing to do, but Spokane Steve does that. So I'm going to try to play that and try to organize the managing options for the opponents. They don't pull a pitcher like in the first inning, off a bad start. So here we go. Let's play ball. Underwood on the mound. Here's the first pitch to Ron LaFleur. And that's a fly ball to left field. Hutton is there. It makes the catch. For the Blue Jays, it's Hutton, Bosetti, and Howell. Baylor, Gomez, McKay, Mayberry, Ashby behind the plate, and Tom Underwood, the lefty, on the mound. Here's Steve Dillard. Again, this is the Tiger lineup that usually matches lefties. He's so far 4 for 12 on the young season. Underwood with the windup, the pitch to Dillard. And that's going to be a line drive in the gap. That's going to skip all the way to the wall. That's a starting triple for Steve Dillard. So Dillard triples with one out. Here's Rusty Staub hitting 227 with an RBI. Underwood from the stretch. Runner on third and one man out. And now it'll be a ground ball back to Underwood. 4E36. That's going to be a problem. He does not make the play. Throws it over Mayberry's head. He'll get to it, and it's 1-0 Detroit. So an early error by Underwood, and it's 1-0 Tigers. Here's Jason Thompson in 304. Two doubles, a homer, and an RBI. Underwood from the stretch and the pitch. And there goes Staub. He's going, and he's out. Wonder why Rusty Staub was trying to go, but he gets thrown out for the second out. Must be a missed hit and run call there. Underwood from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball to center field. Bosetti there makes the catch. 1-0 Detroit. We go to the bottom of the first inning from Toronto. Have your passports. So we go now for the Blue Jays. Bosetti, Baylor, and Howell to bat for Toronto. On the mound, the veteran right-hander Jack Billingham, 0-1. 7.11 ERA. His only start was 11 hits and 6 innings of work. Billingham with the windup, the pitch to Bosetti, and he popped up to short. Wagner is there, makes the play. Here is Baylor. Tigers defensively is Kemp, LaFleur, and Spikes. Rodriguez, Wagner, Dillard, Thompson at first. Parrish is your catcher, and Billingham's your pitcher. Billingham with the windup and pitch to Baylor. And that's a ground ball back to the mound. That's 2 quick outs. And here's Roy Howell. Billingham with the windup. Here's the pitch to Howell. And that's going to be a bait. That is a fly ball right field. Spikes is there, makes the catch. And the side's retired. So Billingham, 1-2-3 inning, 1-0 Detroit, top of the second. Here's Steve Kemp. He's had two triples, and RBI, hitting 318. Underwood pitching. Lefty matchup. Here's a pitch to Kemp. And that's going to be a strikeout one away. Here is Charlie Spikes. 9 at-bats and 2 hits. Again, he's in there to hit lefties. Underwood with the windup. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a strikeout for Underwood. 2 outs, and here's Lance Parrish. Hitting 200, home run, and 2 RBIs. Underwood with the windup. Here's the pitch to Parrish. And Parrish is a liner. The center, Bosetti, is there. Easy catch, and the side is retired. Going inning and a half. Tigers 1, Toronto 0. Here at Exhibition Stadium, singles are 1 to 11, home runs are 1 to 9. Here's Rico Cardi, designated hitter, 3 home runs, 9 RBIs. Billingham with the windup and the pitch. And that's a strikeout for Billingham. So that is his first strikeout of the day. Here is now he'll pitch to Mayberry. Slow start. 227, home run, 3 ribbies. Billingham with the windup to Mayberry, and that's going to be a ground ball to first. That is Thompson. Can he make the play on it? He does. Good play by Jason Thompson. 3 unassisted. 2 outs for Tommy Hutton. Hitting 176, a double. Billingham wind up and the pitch to Hutton. And Tommy Hutton, ground ball to third. Rodriguez throws them out. We go to the third. It's 1-0 Tigers. North of the border, Exhibition Stadium. So top 3. So far we are having a good ball game. No score pitchers duel. Underwood looks in, pitch to Rodriguez. And that will be a ground ball to short, picked up by Gomez, and there's one away. Here is Mark Wagner. He's 4 for 9 in RBI. Again, he's there to smash lefties a little bit, although the card wouldn't say that. Underwood with the windup, and here's the pitch. And that's going to be a liner 4. No, it's caught by Gomez. So here's LaFleur, 0 for 1. Underwood looks in. Here's the sign, LaFleur. And that's going to be a line drive right at Baylor and a nice stab. So we played 2.5. Tigers with the early lead, 1-0. It's McKay, Gomez, and Ashby to bat against Jack Billingham. Billingham looks in, played for the Reds for a while, couple championship rings. 0 for 9 so far is McKay. Here's the pitch, left-handed batter. 6-11, fly ball right field. That is Spikes. That is a tough play. He does not make the play. Bounces off his gloves. It'll go all the way to the wall a little bit. McKay will stop at second, and the Blue Jays got the first runner with the error. So now here's Luis Gomez. I am the offensive team here, so I will probably drag down the bunt here. 86% says, yeah. Oh, does he beat it? Oh, he doesn't beat it. He laid down a perfect bunt. Billingham picks it up through a strike to Thompson as McKay moves to third. So great job by Luis Gomez. Now here is Alan Ashby hitting 429, a home run and 3 ribbies. Billingham from the stretch. Runner on third, 1 out. Pitch to Ashby. That's going to be a pop up to second. Got him. Or it was a line drive to second to Dillard. 2 outs. Here's Bosetti now. 0 for 1. Popped up his first time up. 24 bats. Home run, 2 ribbies. Billingham from the stretch. McKay to take a short lead off third. Does he get the run across? He will. The base hit for Bosetti. He's been a hot batter for the Blue Jays. Runner scores, and we're tied at 1. So the Blue Jays with their first hit, they take advantage of the 2-base error by Charlie Spikes. Billingham from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Baylor. And that's going to be a walk. And now there's 2 on and 2 outs. This time for Roy Thurston B. Howell III. He does clutch up a little bit on a 2-11. Billingham from the stretch. Pitch to Howell. And that's going to be a ground ball to second. Dillard, that's a tough call. And he makes the play. So Dillard makes the nice play. We go to the 4th. Detroit 1, Toronto 1. As we go again, play Stratomatic, 1978 American League replay with some National League games coming. These are the first of your 3 games. You do see them on the screen, so you know what's coming. This is game 1 between the Blue Jays and Tigers from Toronto. We head to the 4th, and first time we're trying 3 here. Game's about half hour long, so it's a 90-minute stream for 3 games. And the numbers have been pretty good for people watching. So we're going to go see if that how that works. Underwood for the windup. Here's the pitch to Dillard. And that's going to be a fly ball center field. Bosetti is there. Goes over his head. That's a rare one. Bosetti mistimed it. And he'll go all the way to the wall. And now Dillard with a triple and a double. So now here's Staub. He reached on an error and got caught stealing. Underwood from the stretch. Runner on second, nobody out. And he goes to third. So a wild pitch from Underwood. Runner on third, nobody out. Again, they will not play the infield in. I don't think we want to do that yet. We'll play them back. Underwood from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Staub. And that's going to be a ground ball to short. Good thing the infield was not in. Makes the play, holds them. Uh-oh. It's up the middle, scores. It does. It would have held the runner on that, but ended up being an RBI. Deep ground ball to short. Gomez got it, threw him out at first, and allowed the run to score. Detroit leads 2-1. So now Underwood with a now it's 2-1 Tiger lead. Thompson flied out his first time up. Here's the pitch to Jason. And Thompson hits a liner base hit, Jason Thompson. So now Tigers a runner on first with one out. Here's Kemp. Lefty lefty matchup. Underwood from the stretch. Pitch to Kemp. And that's going to be a strikeout with two outs. Here's Charlie Spikes. Underwood from the stretch. Runner on first in, two out, and the pitch. That's going to be a fly ball to left. Hutton is there, makes the catch, and we go to the bottom of the fourth. Tigers 2, Toronto 1. So here's Rico Cardi. He'll designate hitter today, followed by Mayberry and Hutton. Billingham on the mound, and here's the pitch to Cardi. Cardi with the line drive base hit. Cardi continues to hit as he brings that veteran, the veteran presence to this Blue Jay young lineup. Billingham from the stretch. Here's Mayberry, another veteran coming over from the Royals. And the pitch. That's a down the line for a double. They will not score. Cardi on that one. Second and third, nobody out. And the Blue Jays got something going. Here again, another veteran in Tommy Hutton. 18 at bats, has a double, looking for his first ribby on the season. Billingham from the stretch. Tigers will bring the infield in. Here's the pitch. And that's a walk, and the bases are loaded. I know this is sparky as of yet. Let's see if we can kind of look into some things that we got brewing here. Okay, I want to thank everyone for being here so far this evening. So 1978 Detroit Tigers. See who the manager was or what the time frame for all these dudes were. Let's see. So baseball reference, we go to the Tigers. They were an 86 and 76 team. This was the major, went the full year. And with general manager Jim Campbell, Ralph Houck had the full control. 86 and 76. So again, a very good team. Tigers were fifth in attendance in American League. Again, overall year, but that American League East was extremely tough. That's kind of why we're playing this, because of the really tight pennant race, including the Yankees 78 comeback. Bottom of the fourth, 2-1 Detroit. Billingham from the stretch. Toronto stays with the infield in. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. That will score him. LaFleur gets it. Cardi scores, and it's 2-2. So now here's Luis Gomez. Sack bunt his first time up. Billingham from the stretch, and the pitch is a ground ball to short. That's where you want Whitaker and Trammell out there. This is Wagner. 3-E-29 gets past him for a base hit. Wagner cannot make it. That will score a run, and it's 3-2 Toronto. So again, the Tiger defense lets them down. First and third, one out for Ashby. Billingham from the stretch, pitches to Ashby. That's a pop to first, big out. Thompson with the catch. And now let's see what Bosetti can do. He's 1 for 2, had his third RBI of the season. Billingham from the stretch and the pitch. And that will be a line drive. Base hit. It just gets it through. Run scores. A 3-run fourth inning for the Blue Jays. It's 4-2 Toronto. Here's Baylor 0 for 1 with a walk. Billingham from the stretch and the pitch. The veteran Baylor. There's a drive. And that's a base hit. It was unfortunately a ballpark single. Home run for Baylor. Could not get. So he drives in another run. It's 5-2 Toronto with 2 out. Billingham may be one pitch from coming out this ball game. And now we look at the Tiger staff. Milt Wilcox probably would be their guy with 215 innings pitched. He'd be the guy I'd go to right now with all those innings. Let's see. First and third, 2 outs. Billingham from the stretch to Howell. And it's going to be a line drive up the middle in the gap. Bosetti scores. Baylor may try to score. Here comes the run. He does not score. He's thrown out at the plate. So the Toronto Blue Jays score 5 in the fourth. It's 6-2 Toronto. We go to the fifth. And Ralph Houck is talking to Billingham, and that might be all for Jack as we head to the fifth inning. So a rough outing for Billingham. He goes to 4 innings, gives up 7 hits and 6 runs. And we'll see if we got to the Tiger bullpen. Underwood comes out. Toronto has taken a surprising 6-2 lead. He'll now pitch to Parrish, Rodriguez, and Wagner. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a strikeout for Parrish. And here's Rodriguez. Underwood with the windup, the pitch to Rodriguez. That's a strikeout. So Tom Underwood with 5 strikeouts, 13 on the season. Underwood with the windup and the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball to second. Good inning, and that was all. And they go to Crawford. I don't know if that was wise. Jim Crawford comes out, 2-3 record, only 39 innings pitched. Oof, you have some really horses in that bullpen you can go to. Again, that's why I don't like the managing effort sometimes with a computer. Crawford with the windup, pitch to Cardi now, and Cardi slams one deep to left center field. That's trouble off the top of the wall. Cardi misses a bomb by about a couple feet. Runner on second, nobody out for John Mayberry. Crawford put it up in the eyes on that one. Here's the pitch to Mayberry, and Mayberry fly ball to right field. Spikes will catch it. Cardi will hold, and here's Tom Hutton now. Crawford from the stretch. Hutton 0 for 1 with a walk. And the pitch. That's a single to center field. Cardi with no speed. He'll have to hold at third. And the Blue Jays are at it again. First and third, one out. Here's McKay. 0 for 1 with the ribby. Crawford from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be another drive. The deep left field. Does it have enough to get out of here? It does. Dave McKay, a 3-run homer. And the Blue Jays have opened up the scoreboard here. It's 9-2 Toronto. So the Blue Jays, I believe this might be their home opener, have come out exploding against these Tigers. Crawford now staying in the game. He's gotten shellacked. And that's going to be a ground ball to second. Tough play for Dillard. Makes the play. And there's 2 outs. Here's Ashby. Crawford with the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball left field. That's Kemp. Comes in, makes the catch, and the side is retired. Toronto adds 3 more and a big 3-run homer by Dave McKay. It's 9-2 Blue Jays. We head to the 6th. Wow, what a start for these Blue Jays here. Here in game 1 of this triple header. Coming up, our announcers will take us to the Rangers and Red Sox, and that will be coming up next. So again, Underwood looks in. Here's the pitch to LaFleur. And that will be a fly ball to center. Bosetti is there and makes the catch and 1 away. Here's Dillard, 2 extra base hits, a double and the triple. He does not have any power, so a cycle is impossible. Underwood with the pitch to Dillard. And Dillard, a ground ball to first. Mayberry makes the play, and there's 2 outs. And here's Staub, 0 for 2 with the RBI. Lefty-lefty matchup. Underwood with the pitch to Staub. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. That's what Toronto team needed, is maybe a complete game, and they're getting it out of one of their better pitchers, Tom Underwood. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning, and it's 9-2 Toronto. So 9-2 Blue Jays. Give me one moment here, just checking things out here. Gotta go ahead and check that. Here's Rick Bosetti, 2 for 3 and 2 runs batted in. Crawford with the windup. Here's the pitch to Bosetti. That's a base hit for Bosetti. He has 3 hits in this ball game. Crawford staying out there. Here's the pitch to Bob Baylor. And Bob Baylor with a base hit for Baylor. He's 1 for 3. He missed his second possible home run check. First and third, nobody out. So Toronto, 12 hits in this game. Here's Howell now, 1 for 3. Crawford from the stretch, and that will score the run. Another wild pitch by Crawford. It's 10-2 Blue Jays. So Howell's up now. Crawford from the stretch, and that's going to be a base hit. Baylor will score. It's 11-2 Toronto. So the Blue Jays come flying here. And there's Rico Cardi, 2 for 3 of the double. Crawford from the stretch. And that's going to be a walk, and Crawford is just outright getting mushed. 6 hits in an inning plus. Here's Mayberry. So first and second, nobody out. Crawford from the stretch in the pitch. And that's a ground ball to third. That's Rodriguez to turn 2, and he does. 5-4-3. So Mayberry stays at. Actually, went 5. Oh, they went 5-4 double play. How about that? Touched the runner. He touched the bag at third, went to second, applied the tag for 2. So Mayberry's at first and 2 outs. Here's Hutton. Crawford from the stretch. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. That's LaFleur. No, he does not drop it. He drops it right in his glove. He cannot make the catch. All the things the Tigers are doing is not good. A big error from LaFleur. Second and third, 2 out for McKay, who has a 3-run homer today. Crawford from the stretch, pitch to McKay, and McKay almost hit his second home run. Kemp there makes the catch at the track. Well, we go to the seventh. Toronto all over the Tigers, 11-2. We go to the seventh inning. It'll be Thompson followed by Kemp and Spikes against Underwood. Underwood with the windup. Here's the pitch to Thompson, and that's a ground ball to second. McKay with the play, one away. Here's Kemp. Underwood with the windup, the pitch to Kemp, and that's a ground ball back to Underwood. That's probably up trouble. Oh, he makes a great play, underhands it. So Tom Underwood probably making an error in that play, makes a smart throw with 2 outs. Here's Underwood now pitching to Charlie Spikes, 0 for 2. Pitch to Spikes. That's a fly ball to left. 3 up, 3 down. Go to Tigers. Seventh inning stretch. Tigers want to get back to the hotel. It's 11-2 Blue Jays. Gomez, Ashby, Bosetti to bat for Toronto. Crawford looks in, gets the sign. He stays in this game, and that's going to be a ground ball to short. Again, a tough play for Wagner. He can't make the play again. Man, not having Trammell or Whitaker out there hurts this defense. Runner on first, nobody out for Ashby. Crawford from the stretch pitches to Ashby now. That's going to be a pop to second. Dillard there, one away. Here's Bosetti, 3 for 4 and 2 ribbies. Crawford from the stretch, pitch to Bosetti. That's a base hit for Bosetti. He has 4 hits. First and third, 1 out, and the Blue Jays keep kicking. Baylor, 2 for 3, 2 singles. Crawford stays in the game from the stretch, and that's going to be a fly ball to left. Kemp camps in. Gomez scores, and it's 12-2. So now here's Roy Howell, runner on first and 2 out. Crawford from the stretch. And that's going to be a struck him out. So now we go to the eighth. Blue Jays add another. It's 12-2 Blue Jays to the eighth inning. Game 1 of 3. That is Major League Baseball doubleheader. After this, we'll go for Rangers and Red Sox. We'll kind of do some announcer history for you guys here because we're here where we love everyone here on our channel. So in 1978, let's see, Boston. I want to see if I can do something differently. 1978, Boston Red Sox TV. I'm sure Red Sox fans know who their announcers were in history, but let's learn something here. So the Red Sox of announcers, and again, we're going through 1978. Again, we're not ripping off Mr. Dave Demos, who will be doing his 1978 season pitch demos. We're staying off the NBC network games. This is going to be WSBK TV. The play-by-play man was Dick Stockton along with Ken Hawk Harrelson. That must have been a nice one. And the studio host back then was Tom Larson. So we'll take you to Dick Stockton and Ken Harrelson for the second game of our doubleheader. We're in the eighth inning. Parrish, this will be Parrish, Rodriguez, and Wagner. Again, always will be the home team announcers. Underwood with a windup. Here's the pitch to Parrish, and that's a ground ball to third. Tom Underwood is dazzling him, only giving up 3 hits. Underwood from the windup. Here's the pitch to Rodriguez, and that's a fly ball to left field. Hutton is there and makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. Here's Mark Wagner. Underwood is just going. He is just pitching a fantastic game. Who would have thought? Looking for his second win and possibly a second complete game. And again, his second masterful game. Underwood the windup, pitch to Wagner. And that is going to be a fly ball to center. Bosetti is there, makes the catch. And the Blue Jays are one inning away from getting a huge win. 12-2 Blue Jays. Carty, Mayberry, and Hutton against Jim Crawford. He's going to try to remain out there for the 4 innings of work. Crawford with the windup and pitch to Carty. That's a ground ball to second. That's Dillard. Makes the play. This time 1 away. So now here is Mayberry, 1 for 4 with the double. Crawford with the windup and the pitch. And a strikeout for Mayberry. Here's Tom Hutton, 1 for 3, 2 runs scored. Crawford with the windup, the pitch to Hutton. And that's a strikeout. We go to the top of the ninth. Toronto 12 and the Tigers 2. Here's LaFleur, followed by Dillard and Staub. Tom Underwood trying to finish what he started. LaFleur so far 0 for 3. Strikeout. He's 0 for 4. So that tells me Underwood has pitched to the minimum of batters. Underwood with the windup, the pitch to Dillard. is going to be a walk. So now there's his first base runner. Here's Rusty Staub, 0 for 3 with an RBI. Underwood from the stretch. Runner on first and one out. That's a walk. So now he's one out away, one man away from probably going into a fatigue. And now the Blue Jays do get their bullpen up. Hate to see him get taken out with 10-run lead. Underwood from the stretch. First and second, one out pitch to Jason Thompson. That's a strikeout, and there's two outs. So now here's Steve Kemp, lefty left. This is where the Tigers should look for a lefty on their bench, but most of them are in this lineup. Underwood from the stretch. Two on. Big pitch to Steve Kemp. And that's a fly ball into right field. That's going to be hit at Howell. Drops the ball for a base hit. Could not make it. Dillard scores and is now 12-3. RBI single for Kemp. Runners at first and third. And I believe it's Roy Hartsfield. He'll stay in there and he'll keep Underwood out there to pitch to Spikes. First and third, two outs. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a strikeout to retire the side, and the ball game is over. Tom Hutton does a great job by Tommy Underwood. He goes to 2-0 on the season. The Blue Jays are 4-3. The Tigers down to a disappointing 2-5. Billingham goes 4, gives up to 7 hits, 6 runs, 5 were earned. Crawford goes 4 innings, 8 hits, 6 runs, all of them earned. Boy, that was a throw him in the middle of the river and swim, and you are. And the bullpen did not come in and get him. Home runs by Dave McKay. RBI, Staub had his second. Kemp had his second. Bossetti had his fourth. But Baylor had 2 to give him 3. Howell had 2, give him 6. McKay's home run and RBI gave him 4. And Luis Gomez had his second RBI. Winner pitcher is Underwood. Loser is Billingham. And that is game 1 of our triple header. Let's get you to Dick Stockton and Ken the Hawk Harrelson for the Red Sox and Rangers right here on the channel. Again, April 15th, 1978. Let's go be Doc Ellis and Billy taking you the rest of the way. All right, thank you. This is our second game of our Major League Baseball doubleheader. Doc Ellis on the mound to be opposed by Bill Lee. This is game 1 of a 3-game series. The Red Sox won the opener by the score of 7-6. So the Red Sox look to win this series in the second game. This second game of a doubleheader. Again, Lee on the mound. He's 1-0 with a 6.23 ERA, giving up 12 hits in 9 innings. Got roughed up a bit, but he still ended up with the win. The Ranger lineup is Hargrove, Campaneris, and Oliver, Zesk, Hara, Bavacqua, Beniquez, Wills, and Sunbird. That is our lineup for today's ball game. Let's go ahead and look at the opponent's defense. The Red Sox, of course, they're going to look differently today. Ooh, not a good line, not a good defense. Lynn out of this lineup. It's Rice, Yastrzemski, and Evans. And by putting Yaz in center, he becomes a 4, and Rice is a 3 in left. So that could be a possible bad thing to do. Hobson, Burleson, Remy, and Scott Fisk behind the plate, and the spaceman has the ball. Again, it's going to be Hargrove, Campaneris, Oliver, Zisk, Hara, Bavacqua's the DH, Beniquez, Wills, Sunberg. So here's Hargrove. Let's go. Game 2 of 3. So Lee with the windup and the pitch, and that's going to be a line drive in the gap toward the wall. Hargrove leads off with a double. So Mike Hargrove leads the game off with a double. Here's Campy hitting .375 and 16 at-bats with a double. Lee, the left-hander. Here's the pitch to Campaneris. And that's going to be a ground ball. That is a ground ball to, let's see, hits a ground 3 hopper toward Hobson, gets it, throws him out. Hargrove holds. And here is Oliver now. Lee from the stretch. Runner on second, 1 man out. And that's going to be a pop to second. Remy at the play, 2 outs. And now here's Richard Zisk. Zisk the bat, struggling. 23 at bats, a double, 3 ribbies. Lee from the stretch. Runner on second, 2 outs. He pitches to him. Fly ball to center. That's hit at Yastrzemski. Oh, what a play by Yastrzemski. Played it perfectly, made the catch. So 1 good play in the books. It's half inning of play. Texas, nothing. Here come the Red Sox. This is the second game of our triple header. Dick Stockton here in the booth with Ken the Hawk Harrelson as we bring you WSBK baseball here from Fenway Park in Boston. As we go into the bottom of the first inning, Remy, Burleson, Rice, Yastrzemski, Fisk, Scott. Carbo is your DH today. Evans and Hobson. So Lynn sits. Doc Ellis on the mound. He's 0-1 with a 7.04 ERA. 8 hits over 8 innings, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts, gave up a couple home runs. The doctor on the mound looking to make a house call. Here's the pitch to Remy. Remy with a ground ball to short. Remy was hitting 429. And now here's Burleson. He's hitting 333, 27 at bats, and 2 doubles and 5 RBIs. Ellis with the windup and the pitch. And that's going to be a liner caught. Here at Fenway, singles are nice. 1-17 to the lefty, 1-14 to the righty. Home runs to a lefty is a 1-9, and righties has the monster at 1-15. Ellis with the windup and pitch to Rice. And Rice hits a drive to left center field in trouble, bounces away. Rice will go to third, makes it standing. So Rice with a stand-up triple with 2 outs. And here's Yastrzemski, who has absolutely struggled. 26 at-bats, 1 home run, 3 RBIs, hitting under a buck. Ellis from the stretch, the pitch to Yastrzemski. And that's going to be a pop up the short. Campaneris with a play. And we played one here in Boston. Texas, nothing. Red Sox, nothing. WSBK out of Boston. It's Dick Stockton and Ken Harrelson with you. So now in the top of the second, Bill Lee on the mound will pitch to Hara, hitting 333 and 21 at bats. Pitch to Hara, and that's going to be a base hit to left field. So Hara's on, has some speed. We'll see if they try to run here. Be a -3, the first number for Hara. Lee from the stretch, and here's the pitch to Bavacqua, DH today, and he's on with a walk. So now that's a tough one there. First and second, no out. Zimmer yelling at the home plate umpire. Here's the former Red Sox Juan Beniquez. He's struggling like Yastrzemski. 20 at bats, 1 RBI, hitting 2 bits. Right-handed Beniquez against Lee from the stretch. And that's going to be a ground ball to third. That's Hobson, the Remy to Scott for a double play. 5-4-3. So here's Bump Wills. Runner on third, 2 outs. Wills hitting 211, home run and 5 ribbies. Lee from the stretch to Wills. And he hits a line drive base hit for Wills. That will score the runner. Texas leads 1-0 as Wills is on at first. So Lee now from the stretch will pitch to Sundberg, hitting 238 and 2 ribbies. Here goes Bump Wills. He's off, and he's thrown out by Fisk. What a throw by Pudge. Lays the tag down was Remy, and it's 1-0 Rangers going to the bottom of the second inning. So bottom of the second inning here, 1-0 Red Sox. Let's go over records. So how do we have them coming into this ball game? This is game two of a series. The Rangers are 2-4. The Red Sox come in hot, winners 5 of the first 6. So here is Fisk. He'll lead off against Ellis. Ellis with the windup and the pitch. And that's a fly ball left. Oliver with the catch and 1 away. Here's Scott. 250 average, 3 doubles, a triple, and 3 ribbies. Ellis with the windup to Scott. And that's going to be a ground ball to first. That's going to be a nice, easy play for Hargrove, and there's 2 outs. Here's Bernie Carbo. Let's see Bernie. That's interesting. I wonder if he becomes an Indian towards the end of the season. So again, we'll go ahead and do some last second finagling with my screen here. Let's see, we have it right there. Give me 1 second, folks. We'll see if Bernie Carbo can get a better picture for today's ball game. 19, let's see. 79 Boston. We'll see if we have a good picture for Bernie to take instead what he's wearing. I think that works okay for Bernie. We'll go ahead and put him in that. I kind of always like that 78 picture of Bernie, to be honest, if it comes out as a clear picture. But we'll put Bernie in this one. And I think we're going to have to probably, if I'm correct, let's see. So we go Bernie. How many Bernies have there been? I'm putting a lot of Bernies, if you ask me. So Bernie Carbo, and we're going to put him in the regular picture because he's probably not in under the Boston alternative. So we'll go ahead and flip his picture around. There, we'll replace that, and we should have a new Bernie Carbo ready to swing away. Let's get back to the live action here, folks, and we'll see we have a new picture for Bernie Carbo. Go ahead and send him back to the dugout, put a new hat on, and there he is, Bernie Carbo, with a Red Sox uniform. So Doc Ellis on the mound with 2 outs and the pitch. And that's going to be a pop-up to short. Campaneris with the play. We played 2 It's 1-0 Texas. Here is going to be Sunberg, Hargrove, and Campaneris. Lee with the windup. Sunberg was up when Wills got thrown out stealing. So that was going to be a strike him out. So they rung him up. So the home plate umpire pointed toward first base umpire, and the first base umpire says it was not a check swing. Here is Hargrove, doubled his first time up. Lee with the windup and the pitch, lefty lefty matchup. Another base hit for Hargrove. He's a tremendous hitter, young tremendous hitter. Here's Campaneris, 0 for 1. Lee from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Campy, and he's going. Oh, he must have got caught on the hit and run card. So that's going to be bad. Throw for the runner. He's out. Oh my, he had a bad jump, miss hit and run, and the Rangers again make another mistake on the fundamentals. I cannot make the Ranger manager happy. So we from Strat, from the windup, here's the pitch to Campaneris, and that's a drive to the second base at Remy. We go to the bottom of third. Texas 1, Red Sox nothing. 1-4-0 for Texas, 0-1-0 for the Sox. Here's Evans, followed by Hobson and Remy against Doc Ellis on the mound. Doc Ellis with the windup. Here's the pitch to Evans, and that's going to be a walk to Evans, so he's on at first. And now here's Hobson. He's not going to bunt. He's not paid the bunt. Ellis from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Hobson. And Hobson does hit into that double play. Short, second, first. 6-4-3. Campaneris to Wills to Hargrove. So 2 outs in the third. Here's Remy. He's 0 for 1. 6 RBIs already so far with 4 doubles. Ellis with the windup. Here's a pitch to Remy. And that's going to be a pop up to second. Wills with the play. We're a third of the way done. 1-0 Texas. You're watching this game on WSBK. I'm Dick Stockton, along with my my color announcer, Ken the Hawk Harrelson, from Fenway Park in Boston on this lovely Saturday afternoon, April 15th, 1978. Oliver followed by Zisk and Hara. Lee with the wind up to Oliver, and that's going to be a base hit for Oliver. Boy, a tremendous hitter. Came from the Pirates to the Rangers, still hits. Runner on first and nobody out. Here's Zisk. Lee again in a little bit of trouble. Zisk kind of likes the lefties now. This could be a tough situation. Now Lee's going to really have to throw that changeup and get Zisk off the mark here. Here's the pitch. And he does. Ground ball to third. Hobson to Remy to first. Another double play. So 2 for the price of 1 for the Red Sox on this double play. Hobson, Remy, and Scott gets it. So now here's Hara. 1 for 1. Has the only run scored for Texas. Lee with the windup and the pitch. That's going to be a ground ball to third. Good play by Hobson. Throws them out. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Texas holding on to a 1-0 lead. Burleson followed by Rice and Yastrzemski. Ellis with a windup. Here's the pitch to Burleson. That's going to be a struck him out, 1 away. Here's Rice. 1 for 1 with a triple, was left standing there. Ellis from the windup and the pitch. That's going to be a ground ball to second. Wills with the play throws them out in 2 outs. And here's Yastrzemski, 0 for 1, popped up with that runner on third. Ellis with the windup. Here's the pitch to Yaz. And Yaz, ground ball to short. Good play there by Campy. Throws them out. And we played 4 here in Boston, WSBK, home of the Red Sox. It's 1-0 Rangers. So top of the 5th, Bavacqua followed by Beniquez and Wills. Texas with a 1-0 lead. Lee with the windup and pitch to Bavacqua. And that's going to be a deep drive to left field in trouble. Rice looks up. That's over the monster home run for the DH. That was Kurt Bavacqua. You go ahead and play Scrabble. Bavacqua, Bevacqua. Home run Rangers. They lead it 2-0. So the ball flies out of here. Rangers up 2-0. And now here's Lee to pitch to Beniquez. Lee with the windup. Here's the pitch. That's going to pop up to short. Burleson with the play, and there's 1 out. Here's Bump Wills, 1 for 1 with the RBI. Lee with the windup and pitch to Bump. And Bump Wills, a line drive in the gap. That's off the wall. Rice will play the monster. Bump Wills gets in the second with the 1-out double. So now here's Sunberg, 0 for 1. Lead from the stretch. Rangers with a 2-0 lead. Here's the pitch. That's a walk. Now Lee's in trouble. First and second, 1 man out. And now here's Hargrove, 2 for 2 with a double. 20 at bats, 2 doubles. And he's hitting the ball well. Lee from the stretch. First and second, lefty-lefty matchup. and that's going to be a ground ball to second base. Remy's only plays the first, and the Rangers will have a chance with a second and third clutch situation for Bert Campaneris. Bottom five, 2-0 Rangers. Lee from the stretch. Big pitch of this ball game. That's going to be a struck him out. Good job by Bill Lee. He only gives up a run. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Texas 2, Boston nothing. Bottom five here at the Fens, Fenway Park in Boston. Let's go ahead and just take a second time out here. It'll be Fisk followed by Scott and Carbo. Ellis looks in, going to the fifth, only giving up one hit. Fisk to Fisk. Fisk struck him out. Again, big strikeout for Ellis. His second of the day, fourth on the year. Ellis with the windup to Scott, who's 0 for 1. And the pitch is a walk. So Scott reaches, and now here's Carbo. 0 for 1, popped up his first time up. Ellis from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Carbo. Carbo, the pop to second. Willis is there, 2 outs. And now we come down to Evans. Walked his first time up. 2 outs in the fifth. Scott on at first. Being held on. Ellis from the stretch. Pitches to Evans. That's going to be a fly ball left field. Oliver is there. Makes the catch. Side is retired. We're official here in Fenway. It's Texas 2, Boston nothing as we go to the top of the sixth inning. As you're listening to the game here on WSBK, home of the Red Sox, it is Dick Stockton along with Ken the Hawk Harrelson. So Oliver here by Zisk and Hara. Lee with the windup and pitch to Oliver as he ground ball to first. Scott takes it to the bag himself. There's 1 out. Here's Zisk 0 for 2. Talked about this being a tough at bat for Lee. Again, he's got to work that change of pace. Here's a pitch to Zisk. And he does. Ground ball to second. Remy's got it. Fields throws him out. Had a lunge for it there. Picked himself up. Threw out to Scott for out number 2. And now here's Hara 1 for 2. Bill Lee looks in. Here's the sign and the pitch to Hara. That is going to be a line drive deep left field. Doink off the wall. Rice plays the monster. Hara will have a 2-out double. So now here's Bavacqua. Big solo home run his last time out in the fifth inning was his first of the year. He's only been up 5 times with 2 hits. Lee from the stretch to Bavacqua. Here is the pitch. And that's going to be a base hit right field. Hara is going to try to score on Evans, and Evans throws him out like a thief in the night. Fisk with the strong tag. Oh, he came around third. Evans watched a serious scud missile, and Fisk applied the tag, and the runner was dead to rights. Bottom of the 6th, it's 2-0 Rangers. Hobson, Remy, and Burleson the bat. That might have been a huge mistake. Ellis on the mound. Here's the pitch to Hobson. And that's going to be a line drive to first. Hargrove went away. Here's Ellis. Ellis with the pitch to Remy. And Remy's a ground ball to third. Hara with the plate, 2 outs. And Doc Ellis is pitching some ball game. Here's Burleson 0 for 2. Ellis with the windup and the pitch. And he walks him, and Burleson's on base. Now let's see what happens. It's Jim Rice, 1 for 2 with a triple. He's having his Jim Rice typical year, 23 at bats, a triple, 2 homers, 5 ribbies. Ellis from the stretch, pitch to Rice, and that's a fly ball to center field. Beniquez makes the catch, and the side's retired. A lot of room out there. We played 6. It is Texas 2, Boston nothing. I listened to the game on WSBK, home of the Red Sox, as Dick Stockton, along with my buddy Ken the Hawk Harrelson, will take you for this game today. Hope you're all enjoying yourselves today. We'll take you to the Indians and Royals afterwards. So we'll get to our affiliates after this one. So the Royals will be playing 1978. Let's look up the 1978 Royals TV announcers and see how they meshed in. Let's see. So the Kansas City, go to Kansas City. So let's go to Kansas City, their announcers. Let's see if we can play-by-play announcers in 1978. Looks like it was Steve Shannon was in there from 1977 to 1979. So I'm not sure who they were. Let's see. The Collar Men back in the day, 1988. No, was not also there. And let's see. Let's occur Major League Baseball announcers. Let's see. Can we find some more Let's see. Now we want to do current announcers. So let's see what are. Looks like I don't see a color guy for the Royals. Usually it's Boston was so planned out and so easy to read. A little bit harder for the little bit hard for these. Let's see. Denny Matthews, 1969, the Pleasants. I guess he's been he's a radio guy. So he's a radio guy from 1969. So he's been there quite a long time. And that was Fred White. I thought Frank White had died. I guess it looks like from 1978 from then on. Let's see. Again, it looks like it's a secondary play-by-play. No, nothing of note. Color announcer, TV. Yeah, it's like this. Steve Shannon. Not much to know about him, but he'll be our TV announcer for the second game of this doubleheader. We'll get you back to the baseball game here, of course, and get you back into the games. Here's Juan Beniquez. Nobody out. Top of the seventh. Bill Lee staying in this game. He has had so far success, only giving up 2 runs on a base hit for Beniquez. So now with Bump Wills the batter, 1R, 2L. Let's see. Boston has a really good bullpen when it pitches, when it does. Lee will stay out there, or will Zimmer come get him now? Let's see who's available. Bergmeyer, Drago, and let's see what they're due up lineup. Lefty, they kind of go lefty righties on board. Stanley could be. Jim Wright is, and then Reggie Cleveland again. And Reggie Cleveland will come on and pitch for the Red Sox. So 6+ out of Bill Lee. Pitching change here in Boston. Reggie Cleveland will pitch for the Red Sox. And it feels like he has a Ranger hat on. We'll go ahead and get him a new uniform to play in today. I'll try to do that when we have you here in case there's any problems. So Reggie Cleveland. And again, that was 1978 Boston. See if there's a picture like Carbo I can use. That was kind of nice. I can use. Yeah, that's not bad. That was a wiki one. So we'll have to actually switch it to the pictures now and do that. So give me 1 second to do that. And there it is, Reggie Cleveland, RGGIE, Reggie Cleveland. Not many Reggies. 78 Boston. Yep, that's why I didn't get the picture normally. So we'll go ahead and just put that in its place. We'll switch that back. We'll go ahead and switch to the live stream so we know who's here and who's watching. And this is the second game of our doubleheader today. Again, let's go ahead and get Reggie Cleveland a new picture. There he is. He's happy. And now here's Bump Wills. Runner on first and nobody out. Pitch to him. And there's a sacrifice. So the Rangers trying to get an extra run here. Here's Sundberg 0-for-1 with a walk. Cleveland from the stretch. And that's going to be a fly ball right field. Evans is there. Doesn't try to run on the arm this time. So with 2 outs, runner on second for Hargrove. This is a very tough situation. The Red Sox will go ahead and put Hargrove on first and second, 2 outs for Burkamp and Harris. Cleveland from the stretch and the pitch. And that's going to be a line drive to second base. 7th inning stretch here in Boston. Texas 2, Boston nothing. Boston only has 1 hit so far. As Doc Ellis looking good. Little Lucy in the skies with diamonds here for Mr. Ellis, maybe. 2-0 Rangers. Here's Yastrzemski, Fisk, and Scott. Ellis with the windup. Here's a pitch to Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski with a base hit, so he gets the second hit for the Sox. Now we'll see what the Rangers do. I haven't played with this Ranger bullpen before. It's not fun. So this is where the Rangers can struggle a bit. Here is Fisk, 0-for-2. Ellis from the stretch. And that's going to be a liner. Oh, that could have been a big hit to get Ellis toward his fatigue. It's a line drive. That can't be one away. And now here's Scott, 0-for-1 with a walk. Ellis from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Scott. Scott will ground ball to second. Wills will have the only play to first. Yastrzemski to second. Let's see if the Red Sox can get a run here. Here's Bernie Carbo, 0-for-2 so far. Ellis from the stretch gets the sign. Big pitch. And it's going to be a liner. No, it's caught by Bump Wills. Red Sox just getting no breaks today. We go to the 8th. Texas 2, Boston nothing. WSBK, Dick Stockton, and Ken the Hawk Harrelson calling the games here for the Boston Red Sox today here on our local affiliates. Rangers 2, Red Sox nothing. 2-10-0 for the Rangers. They're getting men on, just not scoring. The Red Sox opposite. No runs on 2 hits in the eighth. It's Oliver, Zisk, and Hara against Reggie Cleveland staying out there. Cleveland with the windup. Here's the pitch to Oliver, and that's a fly ball right field. Evans with the catch and 1 out. Here's Zisk. Cleveland with the windup, the pitch to Zisk, and that's a fly ball center field. Yastrzemski's there. 2 outs. Here's Hara, 2 for 3 with a double. Cleveland with the windup and the pitch, and that's going to be ground ball to short. That's it at Burleson. Throws him out. And that's it. 3 up, 3 down, go to Rangers. Red Sox only down 2, but they only got 2 hits. 2-10-0 for Texas, 0-2-0 for Boston. It's Evans, Hobson, and Remy to bat here in the bottom of the eighth against Doc Ellis. Ellis with the windup. Here's the pitch to Evans. And that's going to be a pop up to short. Campaneris with the play, 1 away. And now here's Hobson. He's 0 for 2. Ellis looks in, gets the sign. Here's the windup to Hobson. Hobson, deep drive left field. Back goes Oliver. Looks up on top of the screen. It's gone. Butch Hobson, see you later. Goodbye. 2-1 Rangers. Hobson with a huge home run. It's now 2-1 Texas. And now here's Remy. So the Red Sox back in this game with just a run. It's 2-1. Their third hit of the ball game. Here's Remy against Ellis. Ellis with a windup to him. And here's the pitch. Ground ball to third. Hobson with the play. 2 outs. And now here's Burleson. He's been hot. He's 0 for 2. On deck is Rice. They don't want to come to pitching to Rice in this situation. Ellis with a windup. Pitch to Burleson. And he does. Oh, he gets robbed. He gets robbed by the shortstop. We go to the top of ninth. Texas 2, Boston 1. 2-10-0 for Texas. 1-3-0 for the Red Sox. We go to the top of the ninth inning here in Fenway. So Bavacqua, Beniquez, Wills against Reggie Cleveland. Here's a pitch from Cleveland to Bavacqua. That's a liner base hit. So Bavacqua's on. Here's Beniquez. Righty-righty matchup. Now, Beniquez will stay out there. Cleveland will stay out there from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Beniquez. And that's going to be a ground ball to third. Can Hobson make a huge play? No, he won't. He'll throw it. Scott backhands it. It's off his arm. That's a two-base error, and it's second and third for the Rangers. I should have put a different third baseman, and that is my fault being the manager. I should have put like Frank Duffy out there. And that will cost them. Second and third, nobody out. Here's Bump Wills. Red Sox have to bring the infield in to stop this. But now with a couple guys who want to mash lefties. But am I really scared of any of these people? Cleveland, 3.08 ERA, 76 innings. Do they have something else I'd rather go with? Drago, he's got hit hard in his only appearance. Let's see. They'll leave Cleveland out there. Second and third, no out. Cleveland from the stretch and the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball right field. Evans with the catch. A run will score, and that's a huge insurance run. So a sac fly to Evans. 1 out. Runner on second for Sundberg. 0 for 2 with a walk. Cleveland from the stretch. And that's going to be a base hit for Sundberg. That scores Beniquez. It's 4-1 Rangers. So that could do it. Mike Jorgensen, who came in as a defensive replacement. That's where I should have done that. Be a better manager there. Cleveland from the stretch to Jorgensen. And that's a ground ball double play. Good play by Scott. Goes to short. Back to first. And that goes 3-6-3. We go to the bottom ninth inning. All of a sudden, Jim Rice leads off. It's not as scary. It's Texas 4, Boston 1. So Rice comes up with a triple. Ellis stays in the game, looking to complete this game. Here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be a ground ball to short. Hit at Beniquez. Tough play. He throws it away. Campaneris throws it to first. Jorgensen could not pick it up. Goes to second on the error. And now Rice is on at second. Red Sox have a little something going. The Yastrzemski experiment is they're going to have to. He had a single his last time up. Boy, they take out Yastrzemski here. The fans probably go crazy here. Yaz will bat. Let's see if he'll break out of the slump here. Runner on second, nobody out. Ellis from the stretch and the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball right field. Zisk with the catch, and there's 1 out. And now here's Fisk, who's 0 for 3. Ellis stays in. Runner on second, one out. Looking in. Here's the pitch to Fisk. Fisk with a fly ball left field. Oliver with the catch, and there's two outs. Now here is great George Scott. 0 for 2 with the walk. Ellis looks to finish him. 4-1 Texas. Rice on at second, two out. Here's a pitch to Scott. Scott struck him out, and the Texas Rangers win this second game of the series. Doc Ellis goes a complete game, 9 innings, gives up 4 hits, 1 run. It's earned, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. Bill Lee takes the loss, 6 innings, 10 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. And again, it will be discussed why they did not have a defensive replacement third baseman in the game. Final score: Texas 4, 13-1, Boston 1, 4-1. In the game, RBIs by Bavacqua. Wills had 2 RBIs, Sundberg and Hobson. Home runs in the game, Bavacqua was first, and Butch Hobson hit his first. Well, folks, that's game 2 of our doubleheader. Game 3 is going to be between the Indians and Royals. So stay tuned as we bring you to Royal Stadium for the third game of this doubleheader. It's between Don Hood and Steve Busby from Kansas City. Let's take you to our Kansas City affiliate for today's game between the Cleveland Indians and the Kansas City Royals. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Kansas City for our third game of our doubleheader. As this will be a good game here on the channel. Third game of the night. The Kansas City Royals. My name, by the way, is gonna be Steve Shannon. I'm the play-by-play announcer of the Kansas City Royals today. I'll be joined by a couple of my guests today and help me with the color broadcasting. Otherwise, you're going to be listening to me all afternoon for the third game between the Indians and Royals. This is, I believe, a game one of the series. But we'll take a look at that right now to make sure we're not making any mistakes. No, actually, the Royals did defeat the Indians in the opener by the score of 8-7. Winning pitcher was Doug Bird. The loser was Mike Paxson. The Indians came roaring back, if I remember right, and the Royals ended up walking off. This is Hood and Busby. Game 3 of the series will be tomorrow, and that'll be Wayne Garland and Dennis Leonard. Let's go ahead and get to the ballpark for Game 3 of this triple header on the Sports Time Machines TV network, the third game of our special. And it will be, so far, the Royals defense: Wilson, Otis, and Cowens, Brett, Patek, White, and Hurdle. Wathan behind the plate, and Steve Busby behind the plate. I'll play as the Royals. So Paul Dade comes up. So far, the visiting team has won twice today, shockingly. So now here is Busby with his +7. He pitched only 3 innings, giving up 2 hits, 3 walks, and a strikeout the last appearance. Busby with the windup. Here's the pitch to Paul Dade, and that's going to be wide. That's a deep drive left field in the gap, splits the gap. Dade will have 3, makes it, and the Indians got a runner on third and nobody out. Here's Dwayne Kuiper hitting .318. Busby from the stretch and the pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball second. That'll probably score the run. It does. So White with the play. Dade scores 1-0 Cleveland. Here's Johnny Grubb. Busby with the windup and pitch to Grubb. That's going to be a ground ball to first. 2 outs. Here's Andre Thornton. 2 home runs, 7 RBIs, hitting .235. Busby with the windup, pitch to Thornton. And that's a ground ball to second. Hit at White. Should be an easy play. It is. Size retired. Cleveland 1 run on 1 hit. It's Cleveland 1. Kansas City coming up to bat. It's going to be Hood. It'll be Hood pitching for the Indians. He's 0-1, 7.20 ERA, 8 hits over 5 innings. This could be a game of attrition when it comes to the bullpens. Wilson the lead off, hitting .350. 2 doubles, a triple, 2 RBIs, has stolen 6 bases. Hood, the left-hander, to Wilson in the pitch. And that's going to be a walk to Wilson. Let's watch him run. So we'll go ahead and have him run. He's an auto steal, and he's in there, the second with the stolen base. So Wilson with the stolen base. Hood from the stretch. Here's the pitch to McRae, and that'll be a line drive to second base. And here's Brett hitting a mighty .417 with 7 RBIs. Lefty-lefty matchup. Hood the pitch to Brett, and that will be a line drive. Base hit. I know. Oh, it's not. Ballpark singles here are 1-14. Home runs are only a 1-3. 2 outs for Cowens. Hood from the windup and pitch. And the pitch will be a base hit for Al Cowens over Manning's head. Wilson scores, and we're tied at 1. So Cowens is second. Here's Otis hitting 333. Hood from the stretch pitches to Otis. And that's going to be a fly ball to right. Dade with the play, and it's 1-1. We go to the second. So Horton, Blanks, and Bell to bat. Busby still on the mound. Top of the second inning. Here's a pitch to Willie Horton. And he walks Horton, and he goes to first. Busby from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Blanks. Ooh, trying to bunt, I guess, or trying to steal. And he goes to second on the sacrifice. Here's Buddy Bell hitting only 176. Busby from the stretch in the pitch. And that's going to ground ball to third. Hit at Brett. Makes it. Throws. Oh, it's in the dirt. It's in the turf. Hurdle cannot come up. That's an E5 on Brett. First and third, one out. Here's Manning now. Busby from the stretch. Pitches to Manning. And that's a base hit for Manning. Cleveland leads 2-1 with one out. Here's Bo Diaz, the batter. Busby from the stretch. Pitch. Oh, they're going to try to steal him. Goes to second. Not in time. Manning steals second. Second, third, one out. Busby from the stretch. Pitch to Diaz. That's a line drive. Big out. Here's Dade. Tripled his first time up. Here's a pitch from Busby to Dade. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. Otis with the catch. And again, Cleveland leads runners on. 2-1 Cleveland, bottom of the second. It's going to be Wathan, Hurdle, and Patek. A little bit of an elixir, hopefully will help me talk better. Here's Hood to Wathan. That's going to be single to center. Wathan's on. So now Wathan usually with some good speed, always ran well. Hood from the stretch to Hurdle, hitting 333. Walks him. Royals have 2 on, nobody out. Could be one of those high scoring games. Patek is 8 of 16 with 3 RBIs. He'll swing away, although he probably should be bunting. Hood to Patek in the pitch. And that's a double play ball, just like that. 6-4-3. Wathan the third, 2 outs for Frank White, hitting 444 with 5 steals. This Royal team can run, probably the best running team in baseball. Hood from the stretch to White. And that's going to be a line drive deep to left field. Back goes Grubb, makes the catch, and the side is retired. It's 2-1 Cleveland. Top of the third as we're playing our third game of our Major League Baseball triple header. You see the games that are in progress. Seeing people come in, come out, come in, come out. Here's Kuiper, followed by Grubb and Thornton. Busby with the windup pitch to Kuiper. And that's going to be a pop-up to short. Patek with the play, one away. Busby with the windup pitch to Grubb. And that will be a line drive. Caught, 2 outs. Here's Thornton. Thornton's 0 for 1. Busby with the windup pitch to Thornton. And that's a fly ball to center. Otis with the play, throws him out. It's 2-1 Cleveland going to the bottom third. Wilson, McRae, and Brett. Hood with the windup and the pitch. And that's going to be a no line drive caught by Blanks, 1 out. Wilson had walked, stole second, and scored. Hood to lefty to McRae to righty. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be a pop-up. No, it's caught. Oh, it's an injury. So Don Hood is waving the manager out there and the staff, and they'll walk Don Hood off the field. So the Indians will have to go to a reliever, and that's a crucial one. Sid Manji will come out here in the third inning. Oof, that is for this Indian staff. It doesn't have a lot of depth. That is a huge mistake. We'll get some calls out for Don Hood, but it looks like he may have just pulled something. Manji with the windup to Brett. And that's going to be a line drive base hit for Brett now with 2 outs. Here's Cowens. Manji from the stretch pitches to Cowens. Cowens, line drive deep left field. Could be trouble. Back goes Grubb over. It's gone. Just over the wall. 2-run homer for Al Cowens. So the Royals lead 3-2. Here's Amos Otis. Manji with the windup and the pitch. And that's a fly ball in the center. Manning with the play. It's 3-2 Kansas City going to the fourth. And Steve Busby just trying to get through this. Busby in, right-handed pitcher. Here's the pitch to Willie Horton. Horton with a pop to third. Brett with the catch. Here's Blanks. Busby with the windup. Blanks 0 for 0. Sack bunt his first time up. That's a fly to center. Otis with the catch. 2 outs. Busby looks in. Here's the pitch to Bell. That will be a line drive base hit for Bell. He's on a triple for Bell. So Bell, a 2-out triple, and now here's Manning. Busby from the stretch, pitches to Manning, and that's a walk. First and third, 2 outs for Bo Diaz. Busby from the stretch. Can the Indians get back in this? That's going to ground ball to short. That's Patek. Scoops, throw, no, it's in the dirt. Patek threw it too low. Hurdle cannot pick it up. It's a 3-3 ball game. That's going to be an E6. First and second, 2 outs for Dade, 1 for 2 of the triple. Busby from the stretch, and that's going to be a line drive base hit, and the bases are loaded, and Steve Busby's already tired. Wow, bases loaded, 2 outs for Kuiper. Can Busby just get out of this inning alive? Busby from the stretch, tie ball game, and the pitch. He walks him, and it's 4-3 Cleveland. Does Kansas City have a long man? Again, it probably would be Doug Bird again. He'll come on out. Bird will be the new pitcher. Bird with the win in game one. He's been effective so far. 1-0, 1.59 ERA, 5 hits over 6 innings, bases loaded, 2 outs. Bird from the stretch to Johnny Grubb. And that's going to be a double to center field over the head. Do they try to score Kuiper? Yes, they will. 1-15. No throw, scores all 3 runs, and the Indians lead it 7-3. Now here's Andre Thornton now. Bird from the stretch to Thornton. And that will be a line drive base hit for Andre Thornton. First and third, 2 outs. Indians getting a big inning now. Here's Horton. Bird from the stretch pitches to Horton now. That's going to be fly ball left field. Played by Wilson. Makes the catch. And the Indians score 5. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Cleveland 7, Kansas City 3. The visitors look for a sweep tonight. So, actually, no. The Blue Jays did win the opener, and then Rangers did win game 2, but go out and watch them. Hope I didn't spoil everything. My fault. Manji to Watson, and the pitch. Ground ball to second, 1 away. Hurdle now. Manji with the pitch to Hurdle, and that will be a line drive down the right field line. Goes Dade. Gone. Oh, it's not. It got caught. Oh, it was a home run, 1-3. It was a 9. Okay. I misread that. 2 outs in the fourth. Here's Patek. Manji to left-hander to Fred Patek. And that's a pop to first. So Sid Manji doing his job. 7-3 Cleveland. We go to the fifth. So far this year, kind of get things in a situation. Cleveland 1-4, while the Royals are 3-2. Here is Blanks. He's 0-for-1 with a sac bunt. Bird with the windup and the pitch. That will be a single for Blanks. Here's Bell. Tripled his last time up. Here's a pitch to Bell. And now it'll be a ground ball. Blanks will go to second. Only play to first. Here's Manning, 1-for-1. Single, stole second. Bird from the stretch. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. That's Amos Otis. Should be an easy play. He does. And Blanks will hold with 2 outs. Here's Bo Diaz, 0-for-2, reached on an error. Bird from the stretch, pitch to Diaz. And that will be a ground ball to third. Throws him out. We go to the bottom of the fifth. It's 7-3 Cleveland. Here's White. Manji on the mound. Here's a pitch to White. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. That is Thornton. Solid play. No! Off his glove. So Thornton, the AstroTurf, which you don't see here, makes a mistake. And that will be another error. This time on the Indians, their first, as White reaches. But with Sid Manji's -6, we'll keep him from running a little bit. Manji to Willie Wilson. 0-for-1 with a run scored so far. And that's a strikeout to Willie Wilson. Here's Hal McRae. He's 0-for-2, a couple lineouts. Manji worked from the stretch and the pitch. That will be a face hit center field. They'll hold the runner at second. First and second, 1 out for George Brett, who's 1-for-2. Manji from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that will be a ground ball to second. Kuiper will turn 2. Yes, he does. 4-6-3. The side is retired. We go to the 6th. 7-3 Cleveland. 7-7-1 for Cleveland. 3-5-2 for the Royals. Dade, Kuiper, and Grubb. Bird with the windup. Here's a pitch to Dade. And that'll be a walk to Dade. So Dade is on. Bird now working from the stretch. Runner on first. Here's a pitch to Kuiper. And he gets picked off. How about that? So Paul Dade, let's make sure he does get picked off. We do play the rule. He doesn't have a pick off on the card. He does. 10 and 12 are pick off. So Dade is picked. He went to first. Dade went and then applied the tag. So he was not looking at him, and Bird turned around and picked him off. Bird from the stretch to Kuiper, and that's going to be a line drive to second, 2 away. So with 2 outs, and now I was actually line drive to third. Grubb with 2 outs. He's 1 for 3 in a double. Drove in 3 runs with a double his last time up. Big hit of the ball game right now. Bird with the windup, pitch to Grubb. And that's going to be a ground ball to short. That's it at Potek's. Got it. Throws him out. Good job. And we go to the bottom of 6. It is 7-3 Cleveland. So here's Cowens, homered his last time up, followed by Otis and Wathan. Sid Manji still out there going to the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the pitch, and now he came as an injury replacement to Don Hood. So now Cowens is on, runner on first, nobody out. Here's Otis. He's 0 for 2. Manji from the stretch to Otis. That will be a ground ball back to the pitcher. He'll go to short. Only play there as Otis beats it out. Now, with Otis's great speed, let's see if he gets the lead. He doesn't. Runner on first for Wathan, who's 1 for 2. Single back in the second. Manji from the stretch. Pitches to John Wathan, the Duke. A base hit. No, it's caught by Blanks on a 1-14. Rolled to 19. 2 outs in the 6th for Hurdle. 0 for 1 with a walk. Manji from the stretch to Hurdle. And this will be walk. So first and second, 2 outs. Also, the Royals trying to get back in it. Patek is 0 for 2. Manji from the stretch to Patek. And that's a pop to first. Side is retired. We go to the 7th. Sid Manji has come in and stifled the Royals at 7-3 Cleveland. So now here's Thornton, followed by Horton and Blanks. Bird with the windup. Here's the pitch to Thornton. That will be a line drive that deep to left field. Trouble. Orton plays the wall. It's laid off. Double for Andre Thornton. So now here's Horton. Bird from the stretch. And the pitch to Horton. That's going to be a fly ball right field. Cowens with the play. Let's see if the run does go. Count Thornton will not go. Runner on second. 1 out for Blanks, who's 1 for 2. Bird looks in. Runner on second. 1 out, and the pitch. That's going to be ground ball to third. Brett keeps it in front of him. Throws him out. Thornton holds. And now here's Bell. Tripled back in the 4th. Bird from the stretch. Runner on second. 2 out. Pitch to Buddy Bell. Fly ball to center field. Otis is there. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's 7-3 Cleveland. So Manji now pitched to White, Wilson, and McRae. Manji on the mound pitches to White and the pitch. That will be a flat ground ball to second. Kuiper's got it. Oh, he does not make the play. So Kuiper makes an error. That's Cleveland's second error. And now here's Willie Wilson, 0 for 2 if the run scored. Manji from the stretch pitches to Wilson. And that's going to be a fly ball left field. That is Grubb. Cannot make the play. Drops in front of him. White will go to third. It's first and third. Nobody out. Now Willie Wilson, does he want to try and run here? Run doesn't mean anything. Here's McRae, 1 for 3. Single back in the 5th. Manji from the stretch. Pitch to McRae. And that's a walk, and that should do it for Sid Manji. So he'll finally come out this game. Bases loaded, nobody out, and it's George Brett time. So let's see what they decide to do. Trying to see if we can make the call out before he does, but not sure that will be possible. There it is. Oh, no, we'll not do that. So, all right, let's go ahead and undo that play. Hit intentional walk. So Brett will come up, bases loaded, nobody out. Manji from the stretch, and nope, they will pull him out. That's Jim Kern, and he has struggled a bit. He's 1-0, a 3.86 ERA, 5 hits over the last 5 innings. He comes in trying to do a long distance game here. Kern from the stretch to Brett, and that will not work. That's a drive in the gap. That could score McRae from first. He's going to try to score. We will hold the runner. Does not throw him out, and Brett clears the bases with a double. 7-6 Cleveland. 3-run double for Brett. So now Kern from the stretch to Cowens, who's 3 for 3. And that's going to be a line drive, and Brett gets caught off second. Oh, what a bad defense. What a bad running decision by George Brett. Now here's Otis with 2 outs. Kern with the windup to Otis. And that's a strikeout for Kern. We played 7-6 Cleveland. We go to the 8th. So Bird will stay out there pitching seriously well so far this year. Over 9 innings, he's given up 9 hits, only 1 run. Bird with the windup. Here's the pitch to Manning. And that's a ground ball to second, 1 away. Here's Diaz. Bird with the windup to Diaz. That is going to be a ground ball to short. It's hit at Patek. He's got it again. He throws it away. So Patek again, bad throw. Hurdle pulled off the bag, and Diaz is on. One out in the eighth for Paul Dade. He's 2 for 3 with a triple. Bird from the stretch looks in and the pitch to Dade, and that's a pop to short. Patek makes the play 2 outs, and now here's Kuiper. Bird from the stretch, run on first and 2 outs, and the pitch. That's a base hit to left field. Diaz had a hold, first and second, 2 outs for John Grubb, and I think that ought to do it. So let's see if the Royals got a lead. They will. They'll go to Steve Mingori, 1-0 on the year. Has pitched 5 innings, given up 6 hits. Again, the Royal bullpen has been a strength for this team. So Mingori will come in. First and second, 2 outs. We'll see if the Indians go to somebody on their bench here. Mingori from the stretch and the pitch. No, he bats. And he struck him out. Good pitch by Steve Mingori. 7-6 Cleveland. We go to the bottom of the eighth inning. Wathan, Hurdle, and Patek. Now let's see what happens. Let's see if they made any kind of decisions here. So here's Kern to Wathan in the pitch. That'll be a pop up to second, one away. Here's Hurdle, 0 for 1, couple walks. Kern with the windup and the pitch. That's a fly ball to center. Manning with the catch and 2 outs. Here's Patek. Had a bad day defensively. He's 0 for 3. Kern with the windup to Patek. And that's a strikeout for Patek. We go to the ninth. Kansas City 7, Cleveland 6. Thornton, Horton, and Blanks. And this will be the opportunity since he finished the inning off. And I do try to play the 3-batter minimum or try. It's going to be hard with the computer having control. So we'll go ahead and make one more move here. And, what do you do here? I really don't want to pitch to him with that card. Well, let's see. Marty Patton, and he'll come in. I don't want Thornton hitting against the left-hander, but Patton's stuff against righties is not good. Patton from the windup to Andre Thornton, 2 for 4 in the ballgame, a single and a double, and he walks him anyway. Now here's Willie Horton. Patton from the stretch. Boy, they need to get out of this inning, not giving up anything. Here is a pitch to Horton. Horton, fly ball to left. Wilson with the catch, 1 out. Here's Blanks, 1 for 3. Patton from the stretch, runner on first and 1 out. The pitch. This will be a ground ball double play. Patek to White over the first, and we go to the bottom of the ninth inning. Cleveland 7, Kansas City 6. So now White followed by Wilson and McRae. This is the top of the lineup the Royals want up there. Kern on the mound looking for a save, although he does become tired on the first hit. Kern from the windup, pitch to Frank White, and he gets himself a base hit in the gap. Double for Frank White. Royals with the tying runner on second, and here's Willie Wilson. We'll see who Cleveland goes with here. They have Mike Paxton and Kenny in the bullpen. Gosh, neither one of them can make saves. This is where you keep Carly Kern in the game. Let's see. And they don't. They'll bring in Dennis Kenny. Oh, my goodness. Not a smart choice. He's only been 1 inning on the season. So a left-handed Kenny will pitch to Wilson, who wants to see a lefty in this case. So Kenny to Wilson. And that's going to be a struck and out as Wilson strikes out with 1 out. Here's McRae, 1 for 3, a run scored. On deck is George. Wilson strikes out with 1 out. Here's McRae, 1 for 3, a run scored. On deck is George Brett. Kitty from the stretch to McRae in the pitch. And that's a line drive to third. So far, Cleveland making the right choices, but now you deal with George Brett. 2 outs, runner on second. Kenny more effective against lefties. This will be a pitcher versus hitter situation. Whose card it lands on? Kenny from the stretch gives up a hit. He'll be tired because he's not a closer, but at this point, doesn't matter. Kenny from the stretch. Brett the bat. Is this going to be the game? It is going to be a line drive to first, and the Indians will complete the win and win it 7-6. What a ball game for the Indians. They'll go to 2-4. The winner is Sid Monge. Goes 3 1/3 innings, give up 5 hits and 5 runs. That's only because Jim Kern gave up the blast of 3-run double that cleared the bases. 2 innings, 2 hits. So basically, Kern gave up 3 3 inherited runs. Kinney got the save, 1 inning of work. Wow, the young kid gets the save. Busby went 3 2/3, took the loss, 4 innings of 7 runs, 2 were earned. Doubles by Grubb, Thornton, Brett, Cowens, and White. Triples by Dade and Bell. Home runs only by Cowens. The RBIs, Kuiper had 2, Grubb had 3, Manning had 1, Brett had 3, gave him 10, Cowens had 3. Winners are the Cleveland Indians. They go to 2-4. Royals go 3-3. So it is Cleveland 7-9-2, while the Royals were 6-9 and worse. They had 3 errors, 5 total errors in this ball game. Let's look at the schedule. We finally finished April 15th. So now we'll go to the 16th. And boy, there is a schedule to play. And then we'll tell you about a special Monday night, April 17th ball game. So listen up. So we'll go with the Angels and A's. I might play that offline. Then you got the White Sox and Yankees. That's Krevick and Tidrow. Then it'll be the Indians and Royals, which is Garland and Leonard. Then it'll be Rozema and Clancy and the Tigers and Blue Jays. Then you get a doubleheader. Moose Haas and Andy Rapalji of the Brewers versus Nelson Bryles and Scott McGregor of the Orioles. And then it will switch and then go to Seattle, a doubleheader. That might be, again, a doubleheader offline. We may see about that. That will be for Seattle. That's Pohl and House versus Erickson and Johnson. And then the last game on the docket is Medich and Ripley. That's some Rangers and Red Sox. Sunday's games. So they're all going to be played during the day. Then on Monday, only one game is scheduled. That will be the Cincinnati Reds versus Los Angeles Dodgers. That will be in ABC's Monday Night Baseball. Since Dave Demos is doing the NBC games from 1978, we're going to be doing ABC. So the Monday Night Baseball does start on April 17th, and it started with their main announcers, Dodger Stadium, Reds versus defending National League champion Los Angeles Dodgers. It's Bonham and Hooten, and we'll have that for you solely. Everything else will be autoed on that day, even the American League games. We're leaving the Monday being a specific one-day game for a national broadcast. Otherwise, we're doing local ones because there was no like ESPN back in the day. So we'll have Sundays, April 16th, next time we see you. After that long schedule, which is going to be a long one, we'll do the Monday, April 17th, Reds and Dodgers. So please get me here for that. I appreciate everyone coming in. Please go ahead, hit like. Please hit subscribe. Thank you for our 3 likes for today. 3 games, an hour and 22 minutes, so not too bad on the time of the schedule. Again, this was Blue Jays and Tigers. They opened up the broadcast, followed by the Rangers and Red Sox in the middle, and then we just finished the Indians and Royals. So please stay tuned. Please, thank you again for my 4th like. I appreciate that. Will help. And have a good night, everybody. We'll see you more for more Major League Baseball 1978, the Stratomatic replay, and we'll see you again.